Hey y'all, my name is Boop,
My name is TT.
and you watching the TT and Boop podcast.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about my mold story. Basically, the story that made me get revealed that my apartment that I was living in was basically had like a lot of mold in the air units. So I ended up getting sick in May, and I was diagnosed with strep throat. Ended up having an incident where my dad hurt himself on his job, so he had to be off 2 months. So I ended up getting clear of that, and I ended up moving in with my mom and my sister and brother to help take care of my dad. It didn't take him long to heal. I just stayed an extra month because emotionally I was break because it was my dad. So I ended up talking to my mom. She was like, "It's just time for you to go home because it was gonna happen whether you stayed over here or not." So I ended up going back home. I got sick again, so I ended up going to the doctor, and he diagnosed me with pharyngitis. And with that, it's basically like a throat infection and it's like bacteria or whatever in your throat. And so I was on antibiotics and stuff again. So I ended up getting cleared of that, and then I ended up going back to the doctor. That was in August when I got sick again. Then I ended up going back to the doctor in September. September when I went to the doctor, it was the same symptom that persisted in the back of my throat. So he ended up testing me for everything. I was fine. Everything was fine. But he was like, I might be allergic to something like dust. So I told him, I work around dust at my job. But I felt like that wasn't the case because I've been working at my job for like 2 years, almost 3, and I've never been this sick. So he was like, go home and clean up your apartment. So I ended up going home, cleaning my apartment, and I ended up going to the air unit, and I noticed it was a lot of spots on the face of my air unit. So I unscrewed both sides, and I picked up the face of the air unit. So as I go and look into the air unit, it was mold everywhere in the air unit. So when I saw the mold, it was like super late. It was like maybe after 5 o'clock. So not my landlord, my property manager was already gone for that day. But I left a voicemail. The next day I left that night and went to my mom's house for the night. The next day, I went to work for my mom's house, and I got to work, and she called me at like 10 in the morning to tell me that it was going to switch out my air unit. And I told her, I said, well, did you listen to my voicemail? She's like, I did. I said, well, I wanted to talk to you about breaking my lease because I don't want to stay out there anymore. She was like, we'll talk about that whenever you get off. I said, okay. So I got off at 1. I went and talked to her. She was just basically saying they was going to change out the air unit. I was like, okay, can you give me some information about breaking my lease? She was like, I'll have to talk to my manager and see what he does. I'll email him. I said, okay. So I went to my apartment. They came in the same day to change out the air unit. So I asked her, I was like, well, can you do a spores test on the air unit? She refused to answer my question. And I was like, okay, so maybe she didn't hear me. So I asked her again. I was like, can you do a spores test on the apartment? She just looked at me and was like, well, I don't have to answer those questions. Due to company policy, I don't have to answer anything you ask me about the spores test. So I was like, oh, so when it comes to my health, you don't have to answer the questions. She was like, nope, I do not. I was like, okay, I'll just call the police. So I called the police. The police was basically telling me I had the right, because I had documented everything after they switched it out. Like, they didn't know I took pictures. I took pictures of the old air unit before they put the new one in there. And I took a picture of the fact that we had a roof leak in the bathroom for like 2 months. That we had the roof leak. The roof leak started in June. And it was September when they came in there to change it. So she said they still won't be able to touch the roof because we was supposed to get somebody new to change the roof that Friday. I saw the mold that Monday. So the police was like, well, you can basically leave and not pay her and take her to court. And I was like, I didn't want to take her to court because if I decide to leave doing it that way, it'll go on my credit, and I didn't want to mess up my credit because I'm doing very good with my credit. So I ended up just standing at my mom's house and was pacing her floor. I was like, how can I break this lease without messing up my credit? Because this is not my fault that I found mold, and I just don't feel comfortable standing.
And you know what's funny in this story? I'm telling you all how God worked.
Oh yeah. With that being said, Tuesday passed, Wednesday passed, the whole week passed, Friday came, and no, it was Thursday that came. They ended up coming Thursday, and they ended up having to work on the roof. So I went to work, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a sports test myself and test my apartment. So I went to work my regular shift. I was thinking about it that whole day. I was like, I gotta get out of this lease. I gotta get out of this lease. So I ended up going to the apartment to get my money because I left my money at my apartment under my mattress. So I went home to get my money. When I walked into my apartment, my roof was caved in. Like, literally just fell in. Like, matter of fact, let Let me see.
Tell them what you said you did though when you saw it.
Well, when I saw the roof, my first reaction was, oh no, I'm dreaming. This ain't right.
So tell them what you did.
After I seen the roof, I shut my door. And I was just like, that ain't their roof, man. Y'all tripping. Stop playing. So I opened up the door and the roof still caved in. I was like,
the girl went back outside.
Yeah, I had to go back outside and close. I
I
locked it. Matter of fact, I locked the door. I locked the door because I was like, ain't no way in hell my roof, excuse my language, my roof.
Hell damn ass, you can say that.
My roof was like that, but it was. I want to show y'all this picture because this roof was terrible.
Yeah, it was. But I was on my mind like, that's how God worked. You trying to find a way and you were thinking of a way, how can I break this lease? Somebody fell through your roof.
Hold on, I'm almost there, y'all.
And see, my topic is going to be about spirituality.
So, like, I walk in.
That kind of tie in with her story, baby.
Hold on, here it is. Let me turn my backlight up. This is terrible.
I'm going to get that real close to the camera.
What side?
That little hole right there.
This what I walked into.
Hold on, let me see. Let me direct you.
He's on now.
Hold on, go down. Yeah, there you go.
That's what I saw
that's what you walked
when I walked into my apartment. So at that moment, like I said, I ended up walking back out, closing the door, locking it. And I was like, ain't no darn way my roof caved in. May I remind you, they up there working on the roof. You hear all this stuff going on, and ain't nobody said nothing. So I open up my door. Well, I unlock the door, open up my door again. Boom, the roof. And I'm like, what in the world? Not only do I got to worry about this mold, my roof is caved in. At this point, this is terrible. I can't even stay here. It's like against the laws to even stay in his apartment with it looking like this. So I was just finna just
all the raccoon and cats would have just came in. They would have
it was terrible. So the maintenance guy saw me and he was like, wait, what's going on? I said, my roof, look at my roof. So he was like, whoa.
You were like, Daddy, look at my roof. Look at my roof.
So he was like, oh my God, let me give her a call. So they out there and I hear like the Mexican dude, they was talking to the maintenance dude. And they was like, we called, nobody, no, they didn't pick up or whatever. So come to find out, some white guy ended up falling through the roof. And then, so he said the property manager was on her way back. She was on her break. So I was like, you know what, instead of me getting mad, I'm not going to get mad because she was not aware of my roof. I ain't going to get mad about that. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait. So I ended up calling my boyfriend because he was always on the other side of town. So he ended up coming over there. I was like, well, since you're going to be over here, I need to go to school because I was going through so much with the mold. I didn't ever do my homework and stuff like that. So my teacher extended my days of me turning it in. So I had to go turn my homework in. So he was like, well, I'll just stick around and wait for you to get back. So I said, okay. So I left to go turn my homework in to my professor. Tell me why, leaving out of the apartment complex, my property manager at the time was aware of it then, after the fact.
She was on the phone.
She was on the phone in her car smoking a cigarette.
With the windows up?
With the windows up, girl. Like, she was chilling. She was on break still, basically.
Strong.
So I was on the phone with her. And I was like, oh, there she go. She in her car. So I ended up parking my car in the parking lot. I said, you know what? I'm going to just wait for her to go down there. And I'm going to follow her. So I'm sitting in my car talking to her for about 2 minutes. She say, well, I don't hear nobody talking. You ain't saying anything. I mean, what's going on? I said, she's just in her car. So then when she was like, well, you need to get out of the car and let her know your roof caved in. She probably don't know. I said, okay. I said, let me call you back. So I get out my car. I walk over to her car. Soon as I walked up to her car, back away from my car. You don't know what I can have in my car. You need to back away from my car. Leave me alone. Get away from my car. I'll come attend to your roof when I get ready, when I feel like it. So I was just like, okay. So I ended up snapping on her. Like, I just blacked out. I snapped on her. She called police on me. Police got there. I ended up calling police on her. Before the police got there, I ended up calling police on her. A police showed up. He basically asked me, was I the one to call the police? I said, I called the police, but I don't know if you the one that called. He said her name. I forgot the property manager's name because she wasn't even there that long. Shout out to Allison. She was the best one. But she came after Allison. So he was like, well, I just talked to you even though you wasn't the one that called me. So I ended up telling him the story about the mold all the way down to my roof. I had pictures of the mold. I had pictures of the roof. I told him about how she was not doing what she was supposed to be doing. And the fact that they want me to stay in here and talk about they going to patch it up. And I didn't want it to be patched up. I just wanted to break my lease at that point. So, long story short, he came over there where she was. She told him I was aggressive. I was not aggressive. I didn't get aggressive until she got aggressive. And that's also what the police said. He told her, he said, well, she didn't get aggressive until you got aggressive. So long story short, she broke my lease with no charge. So they ended up breaking it or whatever. And she documented me not being penalized for breaking my lease early. So I ended up staying with my mom for like 3 days. And I literally went apartment hunting for like 3 days, and I ended up finding this place, which I love it because I did the inspection on this place, and it's wonderful. There's no mold as of right now, so I'm doing good over here in this apartment. But I did want to stress the fact that as far as the mold situation, make sure y'all be mindful of mold when y'all move out, or if y'all decide to finance a house or rent out a house, whatever the case may be. When you move out your parents' house, make sure y'all do good inspections yourself. Don't trust everybody's inspections, because they don't check everything. Make sure y'all check for mold, on the surface mold, in-depth mold, mildew, whatever. Search for it, because it's very, very important that you take care of it, because it can really do harm to you. Certain states, they have mold laws where they protect themselves so you won't sue them. But as far as Georgia, you got the upper hand with mold and mildew. So if you find mildew in your apartment, make sure you take the right steps as far as getting it out, because you don't want to get sick by it. It can cause asthma, it can cause respiratory infections, it can cause just lung infections, all types of infections you don't want. So make sure you take care of that. But that's all I had to talk about, my little information I wanted to give y'all, because we doing like free topics today. We don't have an actual topic. We just wanted to freestyle today and do whatever topic that we want to talk about.
And I'm checking the camera to make sure that it don't stop. I don't know what. But her topic kind of funny a little bit, because she over it now, like, you know what I'm saying, she got past it.
Yeah.
But that property manager, yeah, she real unprofessional. She shouldn't have did that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about spirituality, because I feel like back in 2014, I was it was open to me. Like I feel like I'm on Indigo, and I feel like it rubbed off on me like a whole lot, as far as like seeing people, or foreseeing situations, or foreseeing how a situation gonna play out with a person, or picking up on their spirits and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I had to talk with my family all the time about spirituality, and I actually went to my aunt's house last night with my mom, and we were just talking about spirits and all that right there, and how you can pick up on people. Mannerisms are what people show you when you around them, like if they show like some type of discomfort and thing like that.
And it's always through body language.
Yeah, it's through body language, facial expressions, that type of stuff, or your tone of voice. And
True.
I pick up on a lot of that, like people, like I just feel like people strange. Like me and TT, we basically like agree on that all the time, because like I had dealings with like a group, like handful of females, and I never had a real friend ever in my whole life but one. And I met her my 6th grade year, and me and her was on and off cool all the way up until our senior year, and within a year into college. But we decided that it was just best for us to part ways. Now I say she was the realest friend I ever had, because when we decided that it was best that me and her parted ways, she didn't get on the internet. I didn't get on the internet. We didn't fall out. We didn't go behind each other back talking to somebody else, and then it got back at us. We basically had that conversation face to face with each other. My sister, she was in the car with her boyfriend, who she's still with now. They was in the car. They didn't hear the conversation, but they saw us basically talk it out.
I remember that night.
Yeah, it was at night. I had just got out of work, and and so we basically just decided to squash it. Then
time fly.
Time fly. So now, like as an adult, like picking up on spirits and stuff like that, like with females, now they right there. Like I realized, like how, like to the point where I done got where it's like you can pick up on people, and you can be there for people, and it seemed like the more energy you feed somebody, like positive energy and all that right there, how you be there for somebody, and then it end up flipping.
They're rejected.
Like when they was down bad and you was there helping them and all that right there, they needed you, they wanted you, they hit you up. You didn't hit them up. They hit you up and you was there for them and all that right there, and the other person on the other side who you was there for, trying to mediate the situation, you know, both basically trying to make each other seem like they the devil himself. And so you know both of them personally, so you just like, you know what I'm saying, that ain't true, da da da. But then when they back in each other good graces, then it like it flip on you. Mm-hmm. Like you did something, or you was a sneaky one. And so it's just like it got real draining. And I don't have 2 prophecies. Now some people out there don't believe in prophecies, but honestly, ain't nothing wrong with them. They actually can help direct your life. If you don't even know where to go, if you just out here in the world just living for somebody else and just focus on one person, when you focus on other people and you not focused on yourself, trying to get yourself together, that's where you get lost. That way you get off track and stuff like that right there. So with that situation, I was prophesized and I wasn't even in the room. He was talking to her. And so that's another thing that I just felt like, you know what, I need to go ahead and just tap into the spirituality thing, because all it ever did was help me and reveal people to me. And every time I always separated myself from somebody, I always did better. Yeah. And then it seemed like when I let people into my life, that's when I started going through depression. That's when I started going through like a whole lot of different emotional states where I didn't know whether or not that person was being genuine or the person was doing something under the table. Because I had been dealing with so much where it was this female at my job who basically, like, she act like she worshiped the ground I walked on. She would always give me compliments, tell me how she wished she looked like me, how she wished she had dreads like me, how she wished she could do the stuff I did, how she wished she had the same body I had. And honestly, y'all, I dealt with insecurities. Yeah, it was weird. It was very weird. And I had insecurities.
Ain't wrong with it, but dang.
There is something wrong with it. Because the person that give you the most compliments like that, it's something there, like it's something deep rooted that's weird, bro, like weird. And so I was always nice to the girl, and she'll say little slick stuff like I'd be like, oh yeah, me and my boyfriend, and it always seemed like it was a competition. And male or female, if I'm having a conversation with you, and if I tell you something, and then it seems like you trying to come back and try to make it seem like that you doing more, it's the way to have a conversation about something. But like, for example, I'm gonna give y'all an example because there's some people that might not understand what I'm saying. For example, me and her was having a conversation one day, and I was like, oh yeah, cause me and my boyfriend Ted, she was like, I don't do boyfriends. I got a husband. We engaged. First of all, you said that wrong. He's your fiance. But anyway, You said that initially to attack me. You said I don't do boyfriends. I got a fiance. I don't do that. Yeah. Well, for anybody who got a brain, well, you start from boyfriend and girlfriend. You're supposed to start from friendship. Then you get into the boyfriend and girlfriend stage. Then you go into the engagement stage. Then you go into the marriage stage. Okay? Anybody who out there married, I ain't jealous of nobody's marriage. I salute anybody who married and all that right there. But once you go and try to like do stuff like that, like that's the example I'm giving y'all, because this is what she did when it came to talking about relationships, when it came to talking about school, when it came to talking about skin complexion, all of that. Like I can't sit and lie and tell somebody that I ain't never had no insecurities. I always been on team. I always been uphill about myself. That's a lie. I done dealt with being called ugly because I was dark skinned. I done dealt with, honestly, anything you can think of. I done dealt with. It took me a long time to accept being dark skinned. Yeah. And to actually love me. It took me a long time to get there. Like, the other side still has struggles with it. Because I can just remember a lot of stuff that I went through back then. And so, with her, like, she kind of ruined it for other females. Like I said, the girl who I had a healthy talk with, and we ended our friendship, to now, like, well, throughout my life for these last 4 years, I've been noticing, like, females are really strange. And, you know, like, it's like they weird, if you want to be real. And they never show me otherwise. Every time I give a female a chance, she always show me why I should have never even associated with you. I should have never got caught up with you. Either you had ill intentions from the get-go. Somewhere along the lines, you start looking at me as competition. You got jealous along the way. Or you was just already like that from the beginning. I saw, I ain't saying with the girl in my job, I saw the signs, but I ignored them because, you know what I'm saying, she was going through stuff on her own, and I just felt like, well, maybe she needs somebody to make her feel comfortable. Now, with that being said, that wasn't the first female who I dealt with that with. It was one female who I gave a chance. She said something about me negative before she even got to meet me. She felt like I was a part of her dude cheating on her when I tried to hook such and such up with you. Yeah, we ain't gonna say that, but they thought I was trying to get they dude to cheat on them with my sister. My sister was in a committed relationship with the dude she's still with to today. And I ain't even that type of female, but she said something about me from the gate before she even met me. And I still welcomed her in my life, and then end up did how I did by her. And then I dealt with the girl at work, and I dealt with another female after that at my job. And I dealt with another female who did the same thing, whereas I was there for her and I did right there, and then all the shady stuff came after.
Yeah. And
it's just like, from here on out, I'm going to just put my energy, my focus towards my family, my lover, this podcast, my blog, working to get to where I need to, because I got 3 major blogs that don't reached out to me, who like my blog. I got mentors that don't, you know what I'm saying, they you know what I'm saying, they directed me. And the reason why I did that pause was because, like, I realized I got mentors that actually believe in me. And it's crazy because it's been time where I don't doubt my own blog, where I felt like, you know what I'm saying, this ain't gonna go nowhere, I might as well just give up. I might as well just stop doing it because it ain't gonna go nowhere. But then every time I try to stop, it's like a force. Like when I tell y'all, it's like a force, a supernatural force. Like, for instance, my daddy got burned. Yeah, I'm all I said, like, I was sitting in the hospital crying in the lobby because my sister and my brother, only 3 people could go back there at a time. My mom wasn't leaving the room, so only 3 people could be back there. So my sister and my brother were back there at the time. So I was sitting there praying to God, just telling him, like, you know what, I'm done with this blogging stuff. It ain't doing nothing. I'm trying to make money, get myself out the ground, get my family off the ground, trying to do this, and it ain't going nowhere. Nobody, you know what I'm saying, showing me support, which I failed at, worry about other folks. If you go into any type of business venture, or if you doing anything such as this, putting videos on the internet, doing podcasts, doing skits, doing funny skits, doing anything that got something to do with the internet, and you not getting the views that you want, don't worry about other people.
Because it's always, you might get views from anywhere.
You don't know where those views coming from.
Don't focus on your hometown.
Not even your whole town. Don't even focus on, don't focus on results. Don't results instantly. Don't ever expect nothing when you going into anything. Take God with you. Whatever you going into in your life, whatever new season, whatever new chapter, whatever new job, new vineyard, new person, new car, new anything, whatever new you going into, run it by God first. Talk to God about it. And just let it flow. Just let it flow. And I had to realize that, like, with my blog, so when I went a whole week and I didn't block nothing, I was going to deactivate all them pages from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook. When I tell y'all, no lie on my life, I was generating, this is non-active. This is me not being active for a whole week. I'm generating 200, 300 likes a day. I'm not even posting no more. And they coming back to back every night. Every night. I'm crying myself to sleep every night, worried about my daddy. I'm not even focused on that no more. So it's just like signs just showing, like, you know what, this is what you said you wanted to do. This is what you said that you felt like that you want to do for the rest of your life. Do it. So from that point on, I made up my mind, like, I ain't gonna worry about who like, or like, I'm not gonna go into this expecting nothing. So that's when I decided, you know what, this God speaking straight to me, directly to me, that was like more than enough signs. And a lot of good stuff don't happen after that, and a lot of bad stuff don't happen after that. And throughout all of it, God don't really like show me that He's here for me. Any enemies that I had, and I'm not bragging because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just showing y'all the power of spirituality, the power of having a strong relationship with God, and just putting the stuff that you cannot control, the people that you cannot control that don't like you, and you trying to really just figure out either you mad or trying to retaliate. Now, I messed up doing that, trying to call myself trying to retaliate toward anybody who had something to say about me. When I realized, like, you know what, I'm just put all my situations in God's hands, and anybody that done did anything to me in the past or came after me, when I tell y'all they suffering right now, they are suffering terribly right now. And I still don't hate them. However, I highly dislike them. But I ain't gonna wish death on nobody. My mom ain't never raised me like that. They were in my character. I lost my grandma, and I almost lost my daddy. So I never wish death on nobody. That's just something I could never do because I don't have people wish death on me. So with that being said, for anybody who can wish death on somebody, I don't judge you, but I don't feel like I need to be around you because you got to get yourself together. Because every time you get mad or highly upset, you'll go to wishing death on folks. Now, I done seen this happen with people from in high school all the way up to adulthood. It is not healthy. Mm-hmm. And for people to try to project like you the unhealthy one or you did something when it's weird, bro. Like, it really weird. So it's just like I knew then, like, you know what, with females, y'all too emotional, and I'm a female too, and I get it, but y'all weird and y'all just too much. And I realized, like, if you're not family or anything like that, I really can't do that with you. Mm-hmm. Because you showing that you regular. And TT laugh every time I say this. If you act regular, that's how I'm gonna treat you. I can't be regular with people. Like, the stuff I do, I keep myself busy on purpose because this is what I'm destined to do in life. Mm-hmm. Like, I blog and stuff like that, but me and TT, we started out doing the TT and Boot show, but we realized, like, a lot of them challenges we not finna do. So we just felt like, you know what I'm saying, we sit and tell discussions all the time, so we might as well do a podcast. So this is something that we want to do. We ain't doing this.
Too out of hand with the challenge.
Yeah, it's starting getting out of hand. But this is something that we want to do. And another thing that my sister, my brother, and my mom got a problem with, I want to cut my dreads off. Okay, I want to cut my dreads out because it's a cleansing process for me, because throughout my journey with my dreads, it's like I've had different journeys. Like, a lot of people that don't know, I had to start over twice.
Oh,
a lot of people didn't know that. I had dreads in my head, had to get them combed out, start over. Got them back, get them combed out, start over. So I fell in love with them, but it's just I want to cut them off and start cleaning the process. And I want to dye my hair purple because for y'all that don't know, I blog and the signature color is purple.
Say, like, sometimes when you going through stuff with your dreads, it symbolize how much strength you got.
Yeah. People see it as strength and all that right there, but I agree. But in my case, I feel like once I cut them off and start over
some more, and
I'm gonna grow my dreads back. It's just I want to start completely over.
You want to go through a good journey.
I want to go through a healthy journey where, like, I'm starting a new chapter in my life, new stuff coming. Like, a lot of bad stuff and a lot of good stuff happening in my life right now, to the point where it's just like.
And you feel like you lived it through your dreads.
Yeah, I'm living through my dreads. I feel like my dreads really projecting
all of that weight.
Yeah, I feel like my dreads holding that weight. So I feel like if I cut it off, I feel like I can breathe. And I got these dreads, and then my sister and my brother converted. And so we did this journey together. And so when I told all three of them, my sister, my brother, my mom, that I was cutting them off, they were very pissed at me. Because they felt like, why would you do that? Why would you get us down with it? And then you turn around and turn your back on it. But it ain't that. It's just I didn't know how to explain it to them at the time. I just knew I wanted to cut them off. I really couldn't put it, because my mom just asked me again the other night. And I just couldn't explain it to just not. It's like a cleansing process for me. And so I was going to say with that, like, you know, it's because my blog is purple, and it's for it's basically symbolizing my deceased grandma. She liked the color purple, and she liked ours. So that's another reason why I just felt like I don't need to give up on this, because she watching over me, and I talked to her too, and she talked to me back, and God talked to me back too. So with the spirituality thing, God done revealed a lot of people to me that been around, and I see what y'all do. And I just, you know what I'm saying, with females like my cousin Tyra told y'all, follow her on Facebook. But she going through it now with a girl who's swapping down. She want to be her friend. She want to do this and all that and other. And she, you know what I'm saying, she knows my cousin, so she also want to be cool with me too. And see, my cousin Tyra, she had to take care of her mom because her mom bedridden. She had a massive heart attack that left her bedridden. So she working to take care of her, and she also got a daughter as well. Yeah. And she also she go off into the army twice a month sometimes. So she just leave out of nowhere. So this girl, instead of being understanding and checking up on her, trying to see what really wrong and try to be there for her, because Tyra don't always get back to me either, but I know what she's going through, so I get her tired to reach out to me, or if I reach out to her and ask, how you doing? Is you straight? Is you all right? She'll let me know that she all right, or she'll reach out to me because she ain't heard from me in a long time. We never attack each other. Cousin or not, I ain't going to attack you because I ain't heard from you in a long time. However, this is why I seclude myself from females in general, because I'm weird. I don't know how to be no friend to nobody. I'm going to be real with y'all. And the girl who I was close with, she hated that about me. If I didn't see her, Like, I come over her house and we'll spend the whole day with each other. And I go back home and she'll never hear from me. 3 days will pass and she won't hear from me because I won't call her, and she'll pop up and she'll cuss me out, and I'll be telling her, like, look, I ain't the type to talk on the phone. I ain't the type to text because, you know what I'm saying, we two females, so I'd rather just spend time with you in person. I don't want to talk over the phone or text out right there. If we're going to build a friendship, I feel like we should get to know each other eternally, spiritually. Like, I need to see how you are off this screen. You can be anybody behind this screen. You can say you'll be there for me and all that right there, but then it'll be otherwise. However, it's a few people out there who I done stood up, who I told I come and chill with and all that right there. But if you know Boot, you know that how she is. I don't stood my own sister up.
I don't even call you no more.
Look, so people who call themselves getting mad or trying to act different and say, oh, if your dude tell you that B word ain't your friend, she ain't your friend. First of all, you was never a friend probably. But that's why I'm paranoid toward females, and I told my cousin Tyra, don't respond back to that on the internet because I done been through it. So a person that really know you, they'll understand, like, this ain't really them malicious that she doing, or, you know what I'm saying, something really going on in her life. I need to check on her. So before you go
automatically just
want to talk about you. And that's what she did to my cousin. She went straight to the internet and talked to my cousin. I told her, look, don't feed into it. Worry about you. That energy that you got, that negative energy that you, that rage that you feeling, channel that towards something more positive. Laugh. Yeah. Every day I wake up, I think to myself, what am I laugh about today? What am I find to laugh about today? Because I refuse to be negative no more. Because honestly, I fight too much. I got a bad past on me. Very, very, very bad past. There are people who don't really know me, who think, oh, I want to pants in my relationship, or I do this and I do that. If you ask anybody from middle school, you're going to be real elementary school, they'll tell you that I always been like this. I always been hot-headed. I always been quick-tempered. I always said stuff. If you said anything, if you trying to be slick about what you saying, and you trying to be indirect, I'm gonna be direct back to you. Or I'm gonna confront you about it, ask you, you know what I'm saying, who you talking about. Mm-hmm. So if you play stupid, I play retarded. So,
bye.
No, for real. When people say play stupid, like they don't know what you're talking about. So, okay, well,
I'm just playing.
I don't know what you really talking about. Why would we have an issue? I'm just trying to see what's really going on. And so, like, with spirits and stuff like that, you can really pick up on stuff like that. Like I said, I done dealt with too much with females and they spirits and stuff like that. Like I said, I feel like I'm entitled to how I feel because I done gave too many people time and, like, chance after chance. And every female done did some shady. Now, you can say you disagree. The only people I can say that ain't never did that shady to me. Jamaica, Kendra, the girl named Brianna, D, who I work with. How many folk them is? 4 people? That's it. Now I can't sit up here and lie and be like, oh, such and such did because we know you did. So other than that, like, you know, I ain't trying to bring no negative light to this podcast, but I'm just being truthful about females and why I just refuse to deal with them no more. However, adult females now right there, I look up to any adult female that got anything going on, that working towards something, that got a business by herself. Yeah, I look up to you because if people out there that said you couldn't do what you could do, mm-hmm. If people out there who closest to you, they probably said you couldn't do something, mm-hmm. And you don't even know they said it. Mm-hmm. And there's some people out there that what they call support you when they feel convenient. Yeah. And I really feel like somebody did that recently, but I don't know. I'm just see. But anybody that support boot blogs or just support me genuinely and all that right there, or always expecting support from me personally, but give little to none, I really can't deal with that. Yeah. I get tired of people doing it, and they like, I'm real expressive, like I said. So before I channel my energy toward regulars, people who act regular, I feel like if a person say something about you and you don't respond, you are elite. You know what I'm saying? You elite to me. You superior to me. Because what this person talking about, it really, like, I'm too busy to even respond to you. Like, I'm too busy. So that's the type of stuff I'm trying to be on going into, well, not even going into 2019. This is what I'm going to be on, and that's what I have been on since then. And honestly, you gain a lot. You lose a lot of people along the way, but honestly, I'm glad. Because, like, when I isolated myself from people, a lot of stuff started getting done. A lot of networks start happening with important people. Yeah. So That's how I feel, but I feel like people should tap into that spirituality more, and honestly, that's why I'm cutting my hair out, because it's a spirituality thing. It's not because somebody else told me to do it. I actually did it myself because it was something I felt like it was time to do. And I'm cutting my hair out because it's something I feel, and I feel like it's something I need to do because it's a cleansing process for me. But Neil, he cut his dreads out, but he growing his back, and he said he regret ever cutting his out. But Neil, however you felt about cutting your dreads off, you was entitled to it. Whatever process that you went through cutting your dreads out, you entitled to that. You can do whatever you want. It's your head. You didn't cut it out because somebody else told you this is what you should do. Yeah. You did that because you wanted to. It was something with you. So I feel like people should live for themselves and not others. If I say anything in the video that hit a nerve with anybody or offend anybody, I was not trying to do that. If I watch a video and somebody say something and it hit a nerve with me, the first thing I think to myself is I need to work on that negative trait I got with me. I need to work on me. I ain't gonna get mad at them. Yeah. Because if it hit a nerve, then it's somewhat true. So you probably need to like fix that about yourself, because I still got negative traits that I need to work on. Like this right here, for example. Some people feel like I snap too easily or too sensitive. I wouldn't say that. I say that I'm more upfront and outspoken. Like I'd rather be direct than indirect, because being indirect make me go crazy. I get headaches when talking outside and that stuff. I get headaches because I fought so much back then. I used to fight growing up. I be on fault people who she be with before she even get to them. That's just how I am, but I'm leaving that in the past because I done been locked up and done been through all that right there. It ain't a game. But that's all I want to talk about. Yeah, I had to get that off because I feel like spirituality really done made me a better person, and it got me to a better stages in my life because I done came across.
When you said that's why I was in days when you said you been locked up. I don't think about you getting locked up. That's why when you looked at me, I'm like, oh, okay.
It was terrible, y'all. It was like 20 cop cars out there. It was just uncalled for. It was like 30 dogs out there. It was just crazy. It was crazy. Hey, bro, they hats were big too. I don't know if y'all know about the police in Hudson County, but bro, that scene from Scary Movie 4 or 3 when they hats were getting bigger, bro. I swear to God,
you stupid.
That what was going on out there when I was standing at the officer and his hat was getting bigger. I was like, you know what? How you get in the car, bro? Like, but. Y'all follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Subscribe to our podcast. And follow our personals. I mean, she got Street Fitness going on where she brought you out a meal plan and a workout plan. I blog. So, you know, y'all trying to get in shape. Y'all tired of being fat. Y'all want to work out throughout the winter.
Don't pay her no mind.
You want to, what they say?
Shred.
What they say on grind all winter just to shine out summer. Y'all want to put the work in all winter so y'all can look good in the summer. Do that. Hit hard. Because I don't got skinny from my depression, but you know it's all good. You know, I take it as a fast. I'm gonna say I fasted.
Don't say that either. Just say
I'm gonna say I fasted.
Okay.
Farrakhan would be happy about that, but still, if y'all need somebody to blog y'all, if y'all artists of any kind, y'all do hair, rap, make beats, do clothes, anything, eyelashes, all that right there. I do it for free because it's just something I like to do. And honestly, when I start doing it for free, more doors and more opportunities don't present themselves. And so then that's why I'm in school, because like I learned that focus all the energy towards you. And I had this woman tell me the other day, because for some reason, I settled and I limited myself to having just a certificate or a diploma. And she told me, go for your bachelor's. So that's what I'm going to do. So that is all, y'all. Bye. See y'all later.
I'm pretty sure it didn't stop.